Hello there everyone, LordBud here. Very excited to bring you the first Java snapshot.
Sorry, Bedrock gang.
The first snapshot for 1.17 came out today, and ooh, it's looking really good. We got a lot of really great stuff to show you today. So we're just going to start out right here with bundles. Bundles, if you saw Minecraft Live, they were announced. They're a new storage solution. They can hold up to 1 stack of items, but it doesn't have to be the same item. So for example, if you have all this kind of stuff hanging around in your inventory, you can get it, you can right click, and you can just go and you can fill it up, and you can see you have all this stuff. It can fit up to 1 stack of items. So for example, items like ender pearls that stack in 16 can't quite hold a full 64 ender pearls. So it's not exactly free storage, it's just easier storage for kind of small things that you may not have quite a stack of. The next thing on the list that we're looking at are candles, and ooh, am I excited to look at these. Look at these. These look amazing. So here are the black candle and the white candle that we saw at Minecraft Live. You can put up to 4 of them in a block. Oh, I guess they don't need gravity. As you can see. Now, there are also all these different colors too. There's a basic candle, then obviously white and black, but there's all these other colors as well. And they all just look super good. They all look super duper good. And you light them with a flint and steel, just like that, which is crazy. It doesn't seem like they can really catch much on fire, aside from just themselves, but wow, they look pretty good. They look pretty good. Very excited for these. Next up on the list, we have copper. Here's the copper ore, which looks really good. Here's a copper block. Now, if you remember from Minecraft Live, they were talking about oxidization. So here is a fully oxidized copper block. Now, it'll take 50 to 82 Minecraft days while these are in loaded chunks for them to, I believe, move from oxidization stages. And there are 4 stages that we'll look at in a minute. Here is the copper ingot, which, by the way, the texture looks really good for the copper ingot. So right here we have a cut copper block. Cut copper blocks you can make into cut copper stairs and cut copper slabs. These will also oxidize, and you can do that. But the sounds though, ooh, they sound so good. All of the copper blocks sound so good. Now, here are what the 4 stages look like for the copper blocks oxidization, but you'll be using honeycomb to create waxed copper blocks. And waxed copper blocks and cut waxed copper blocks are used to prevent it from changing. And you can do that at any stage in the oxidization, so you can keep whatever color that you want. Next on the list, we're going to be looking at amethyst and a few other blocks as well. So, if we remember the Amethyst Geode, here we go. 3 blocks. We have amethyst, we have block of amethyst, we have calcite, and we have tough. These are our 3 new blocks, which might I add look awesome. So, amethyst blocks, if you walk on them, break them, or place them, they like play a musical sound, which is very cool. These things are crazy. We also have budded amethyst blocks, which look very similar, but they're actually able to grow amethyst. So we have these 4 stages of budded amethysts, and then, ooh, we have the amethyst shard, which looks actually pretty crazy. And these, you can walk up them like stairs. Sound so musical. Those look so cool. Those look crazy. And then you use, of course, those and copper to craft the Spyglass, which is crazy. It's like Optifine Zoom, but in Minecraft. Also, it doesn't kick on the cinematic cam, and it covers up half your screen. But ooh, it's got this shiny thing. Also, if you're in 3rd person, oh yeah, check out that. This is a little bit broken looking, but I'm sure they're gonna fix it. What I would like to see is to actually have the Spyglass actually have a like a 3D model instead of just this 2D one. But I will say it does look pretty good. Now, we also have the Lightning Rod, which, by the way, is a really good looking block, and you can place it in multiple different directions. So this is a very cool block that I can see being incredibly useful, even as just a decoration block in builds as well. It also, as we saw in Minecraft Live, attracts lightning. So, yeah, now if it's standing on something that's flammable, of course, that can catch on fire. But, yeah, this is going to be good for, like, charge creeper farms for getting mob heads. Next up, we're going to look at something oh so cool, and that is Tinted Glass, aka better black stained glass. So, obviously, no connected textures because no Optified at this point, because it's just Snapshot. But this is glass that light doesn't pass through. So, for example, if I were to make a little tinted glass house, there's actually no light in there. If I pop in, hang out, it's actually dark in here, but we can still see through it. Another cool thing about tinted glass is you don't need silk touch to break it. You can just break it with even your hand. You can break it with anything and you'll still collect the block. You don't need silk touch like you do with normal glass. So Amethyst Geodes, let's go back and talk about those for a second. Amethyst Geodes spawn underground just like we saw, and from what I can tell, they actually seem to be quite common. So if we go down underground in Spectator, we can see there is no new caves yet, but there's an Amethyst Geode right here. We can see the calcite, the tuff, the Amethyst blocks. There's also an Amethyst Geode over here. This one, I accidentally blew up with a creeper. There's a Geode over here. They seem to actually spawn relatively close up toward the surface. And there's actually, because see, here's another one. So there's actually quite a few of them. So they seem to be fairly common. This is possibly just because it's a snapshot and they haven't worked with the spawn rate of it yet. Getting toward the end of the list of features, we have some stuff that if you're on Bedrock will look really familiar, because these are some parody features that we haven't had on Java but have been on Bedrock for a while. The first one is very cool. Lava Cauldron. Now, when you put lava in a cauldron, it looks cool. That's basically it. You can get in it, you can toast up, but we don't recommend you do that. Yeah, it looks really cool, and I believe you can use a comparator to get a redstone signal out of it, depending on if it is filled. So, I believe we can... Yeah, very cool. Another Bedrock parody is minecarts and mine rails can now be waterlogged. So you can place these underneath of the water, and you can actually ride a minecart underwater. It's really slow, but yeah, that's still very, very cool. Not sure exactly what I'll use that for, but I will definitely find something. Our last change has to do with shulkers and what happens when they hit each other with a bullet. So if these shulkers hit each other, it should actually spawn another shulker. Let me see if I can do it here. I don't know if they're able to hit themselves and do it. Oh, gosh. Well, that was a bad idea. Let me at least try and land in the water. Either way, these guys are meant to spawn another shulker if they hit a shulker with one of their bullets. What that means? What that means, guys? Oh, do you know what that means? That means shulker farms are now a thing. Which means we can farm shulker boxes. Which means infinite shulker boxes. That's insane. It's absolutely crazy. All that's left after that is a bunch of technical changes and a bunch of bug fixes. But other than that, that is just about it for Minecraft Snapshot 20W45A, I believe it is called. So, yeah. This has been Lord Bud, and this has been the Snapshot. And if you are super excited like I am, make sure you go ahead and leave a like, and make sure you subscribe. I'm going to be covering all of these snapshots right as they come out, and I'm believing that's probably going to be pretty much every Wednesday from now until 1.17. So, if you don't want to miss these, make sure you turn on notifications. Also, quick word from our sponsors, myself, and these sweet mugs in my merch store. Make sure you go buy one if you want to drink some hot chocolate in the snarkiest way you can. Anyway, bye guys.